In this week's episode of Working with Productivity, Chuck Tomasi has very generously come back. Hello and welcome to episode 21 of my Working with Productivity series. My name is Carl Pauline, and in this week's episode, Chuck Tomasi has come back and has a fantastic archiving trick that he started this year, and it's really working for him. I was watching the video earlier today and I thought, wow, this is a fantastic idea for archiving all those projects that you get complete. It also gives you a record of what you have completed in what months throughout the year. I think this is a stunning idea, and it's one I'm sure you guys want to find out more about. So before we go any further, I would just like to say, if you like this video, please click on the like button below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, or indeed Chuck's channel, then please subscribe. Okay, it's now time for me to hand you over to Chuck Tomasi. Over to you, Chuck.
Hello, Carl. It's Chuck Tomasi once again from sunny Phoenix, Arizona, and thank you for having me on your show again. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me borrow your viewers one more time. My topic this time is a process that I use to archive completed projects in Todoist. Now, I archive these because it's a source of record. I can then go back and tell my boss, how am I doing? How many projects have I completed towards my goal for the year? Or do a quick personal review. Am I getting closer to my goals? Or even if somebody asks, have you seen this TV show or movie? I can go back because I use Todoist as a way to relax, as a way to track my relaxation. One of my goals is to relax. And in relax, I have podcasts and television shows. So even if I'm watching TV, it's not that I'm not doing nothing. I'm working on relaxation, or maybe it's catching up for research for a podcast that I do. So anyway, that's beside the point. My memory isn't quite what it used to be. When somebody asks me, have I watched this? I can then go back and say, yes, I did, or I don't have it in my records. So since this is the beginning of a new month, let me give you an example of what I mean. Here I have Todoist, and you can see that my top level projects, one of them is areas of focus, and I have relax, as I mentioned. And in Relax, I have various podcasts and TV shows, and a couple of them have just finished. Like this one, Altered Carbon on Netflix. Love the show. I highly recommend you see it. Down here, I have another project called Completed, and I've broken these out by month. So since Altered Carbon, I finished watching that on February 28th, I will drag it into the February 2018 project. And you know what? I forgot to archive Star Trek Discovery Season 1. That's done also. There we go. I just archived these projects. Not too big of a deal. And since I've got some bandwidth, maybe I want to watch another one that's been sitting in my Someday Maybe folder. I'll drop the Cloverfield Paradox up here. Now, since it is the beginning of a new month, I'm going to create a new one for March 2018 so that things that I can complete get dropped there. Easy as creating a new project below. That's that. And I put it in my routines every month on the first of the month to create a new completed category. And since I've done that, check that off, ready to go and done. So now when I go back to my boss and I say, hey, what have we done in January or February or March or even the quarter, I can just sum these up and look for, say, all the red dots. Hey, I've produced a couple of episodes for the series that I do. And, February was not very productive for a number of reasons, but I did put one big project to bed for customer success. And there you have it. Now, on the downside, the thing that I can think of right now is when using something like IFTTT, my project list is going to get longer and longer and longer as the year goes on. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'll let you know when 2019 comes up because I suspect I'm going to do something like just export everything under 2019 into a CSV and be done with it. Now, I did find that I was really grateful that I started doing this a couple of months ago because one project that I thought was complete actually came back from the grave. And all I had to do was drag it back into the appropriate projects place. When I finish it off, I'll put it back into the completed folder where it belongs. So I hope you found that useful, or maybe you just think that I'm a touch of an archivist. Who cares? Who knows? I do hope you find it useful. And speaking of finding, you can find me, my podcasts, my books, my work, my YouTube, all that good stuff over at chucktomasi.com. And with that, there's only one thing left to do, and that is for me to wish you a very, very productive week. Thank you.